to, whatever cuisine I'm making, I want the proper ethnic music to go with it. So I love traditional Mexican food, I love Latin American food, I love making Brazilian food. Whenever it's any one of those things, like if I'm making Mexican food, it's listening to either traditional Mexican music or something like that I feel it relates to it. Like even though Gypsy Kings isn't from Mexico, Gypsy Kings or Rodrigo y Gabriela is a huge thing I love playing when I'm making traditional Mexican food. If I'm making Brazilian food, I always listen to like bossa nova or Brazilian jazz, as I make a lot of Brazilian food. And yeah, so that kind of stuff, if I'm doing yoga or just hanging around the house or cleaning or packing, or I always want background music playing, even in the hotels, even today, I always have classical music playing. I always have classical playing when I'm doing yoga, or like, I love like Baroque guitar style stuff, so I'll have that playing, whether reading or, I don't read too much, but if I'm reading, it's always classical, because with words I get distracted, and when I'm at home, it's something classical playing. But you said as far as a book, lately I've been reading Georges Bataille, a lot of his poetry, and trying to get into Nietzsche, but it's been challenging.
I just picture you dancing while you're cooking. It's like, woo! But for me, I guess it depends at the time. So I go through like stages or moods of, I never go to like one specific album, but like sometimes I'll have like a week or like a couple days where I'm like really hooked on, like in the mood for like one specific band. Like while I was home, there was like a while where all I like really wanted to listen to, like skipping through music, the only thing I really wanted to listen to was like Slayer. So like I had like one part I was just listening to every Slayer record, and then listen to Slayer for a bunch, and then I'd kind of get in the mood to listen to something else. And just recently on this, like right before this press tour and while we're here, like I've been listening to like Killing Is My Business by Megadeth. Like that's like the only thing I really feel like listening to, so I just like kind of just loop it. So I go through that. And then movies, I can pretty much, like if there's nothing on, I can pretty much watch like the Ace Ventura movies and Dumb and Dumber like anytime. Like I'm just like skipping through, like can't find anything to watch. Like if that's on or anything, it's like I could watch that movie anytime, no matter what mood I'm in or anything. It's like those movies just are always like just entertaining as hell, and just they never get old. So like those are probably like my favorite movies to go to. And then I don't really, every once in a while I might read a book, not really too often, but if any of the books that I really like get kind of sucked into that I really like, is like usually like musicians, like autobiographies or whatever, like the Slash book I really liked. I read the Dave Mustaine book, the Motley Crue, The Dirt, and then I think the last one I read was the Sammy Hagar book. And then I know there's a couple other ones that I've heard that are really good. I just haven't really been in the mood to, or had much time to like sit and read. But I also read the Metallica, I think it's Enter Night book. So I really like reading about like musicians' histories and stuff. Like they usually have like some really entertaining stories about just like stuff that happened, and especially if like you're really into that band, and you know, hearing stories from like different eras of records and tours and stuff. That's usually the only kind of stuff, like book reading, that kind of keeps my attention span, because I don't really read like any kind of like mystery or thriller novels or anything like that. I'd rather watch like the movie version.
Romance novels?
Yeah.
Someone should make a short film of a day in the life of me and Corey at the same time and see what we do. It's got like me, like classical music and yoga, Slayer,
and then there'd be like a whole section of the day where you're passed out with your dog, and I'm like up till 4 a.m. drinking and listening to music.
I do lay on the floor. I lay on the floor a lot with my dog. I have a French bulldog, and she gets really stoked if you're at the same level. So whenever I do yoga, she basically bothers me. Not bothers me, but kind of does yoga with me the whole time. And she's like stretching on the mat, trying to lick my face. It's really funny.